Welcome to Ghost of a Podcast. I'm your host, Jessica Lanyadoo. I'm an astrologer, psychic medium, and animal communicator, and I'm going to give you your weekly horoscope and no bullshit mystical advice for living your very best life. Capoosi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Jessica.
Hi. I think we're going to do a reading together. Are you ready to do the reading together?
I am as ready as I will be.
Okay, tell me what you want to do the reading about.
So I wrote a question that I'm just going to read. Hi, Jessica. I fear I'm chronically over-understanding of men. Deep sigh and eye roll.
Sorry.
I know this is conditioned through cultural and institutional norms, but also feels tied to lineage and family dynamics. I love men, but when I'm in relationship with them, I often find myself stuck between respecting myself and understanding them. How do I hold the nuance and gray space of being in relationship while moving with self-sovereignty?
I love
Thanks
this
for
question. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. No,
Sorry,
I have to thank your triple
Okay.
Capricorn support. And then wondered, do you have beef with Leos?
I love Leos.
Okay.
I love Leos. Do you think I have beef with Leos?
I don't know. I sense when you talk about Leo season, sometimes it's like with a drama attached that I can't tell what it is. That's what I feel.
You know what? The only other zodiac sign that has asked me if I had beef with them is Cancer, which I get because I'm a triple Capricorn. So like I get why a Cancer would be like, are you attacking me? Also, Cancers often will be like, are you attacking me? But you're the first Leo to ask me that. Now, I love a Leo, but Leo season, it's like hot.
It's hot.
It's supposed
Hot
to
and
be
moving.
hot. Yeah, it's hot. You know what I mean? And maybe as a control freak Capricorn, like I'm like, it's hot. Be careful. I'm cold. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm unconsciously doing that, but no beef. Let's focus on your question.
I know. I don't want to.
I know. You did a great redirect. You had me on my back foot. I enjoyed it. Okay. I think it's really interesting the way you asked this question. It's between like self-understanding and understanding men. No, you said like self-sovereignty and understanding men. So my question for you, and you're in a relationship, right?
Yes.
With a human man.
Human man.
Okay, great. So my question for you is when you refer to understanding men, you're not actually talking about understanding men because understanding men isn't the problem. It's do you then prioritize the needs or the preference of the man?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So it's not just I'm understanding where he's coming from. It's I deprioritize where I'm coming from and prioritize where he's coming from.
Yes.
Okay. So let's call it what it is because when you call it what it isn't, it's really hard to deal with. Sorry.
I know.
And we're going to pull up your chart.
Mm-hmm.
You were born August 13th, 1991 in Philly, 10:31 a.m. There's a lot to say here, but the first thing that came up for me when I read your question was about this thing that I already asked you. Like you're calling it understanding, but you're really talking about prioritizing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so do you have in your family history, and I'm not talking about like in your parents' childhoods, but in your background, were you kind of taught that if you get where the other person's coming from, the kind thing to do is to center their perspective and like just fucking like you be the big person and you do what they need done for them?
I don't know that it was because it was kind, but I did learn to center other people's experiences in order to maintain something in myself. Yeah.
And it wasn't just men. It wasn't like you're doing it for your dad, you're doing it for your brother, you were doing it for your mom, you were doing it for females as well?
I think yes. I think I was doing it for both. I think I also did it around my mom as well, but not as much.
And do you do it with your friends?
Yes.
Okay. So you do it with everybody is what you're telling me.
Yes.
Okay. But with men, it's like a whole other thing because you're like a woman in a relationship with a man and it can sting in a different way, right? It can get it's like wrapped up in patriarchy and it can feel really disempowering.
Yes. It just feels more pervasive and consistent.
Yeah, and also there's like historical societal backdrop of deferring to men. And
Hmm.
you not only you slip into it, men slip into it because we all slip into it, right?
Hmm.
Okay, so you're a double Libra. Moon and
I
ascendant
am.
in Libra. So Libra. And I think that this is like, this is like it gives you this inclination to be like, well, what do you need? I'm cool. What do you need? How can I help you? Wait, you want to have pizza? Okay, fine. I'm cool with pizza. I'll just take Lactate. It's fine. And also, you are a glorious Leo, whom I adore. Your sun is conjunct Jupiter. So
Mm,
you come across as like a fucking bright light. Jupiter expands the sun. So you don't come across as a wallflower or somebody who defers to a partner. You come across as bold and opinionated and just kind of like full of life,
mm-hmm.
which is a little bit of the rub for you here because you're making compromises out of some sort of like really deep reflex as opposed to because you believe it's the right thing for you in that moment.
Yes. What I've noticed in my relational patterns is yes, and like big, hi, I'm here, let's do it. We're having fun. And yeah, there is like an undertow of concessions that I'm making that nobody knows about
Yeah.
until I snap
Yeah.
and throw it all away and burn it to
Sure.
the ground.
I love a good bonfire. I do love a good bonfire. I am not going to get mad at you for that because let's talk about this.
Hmm.
You have Pluto square your sun and Jupiter. And that Pluto square to sun and Jupiter makes you hyper aware of power.
Mm,
And so you like a powerful man.
mm,
You like a man who's like big in all the ways.
yeah,
In all the
yeah.
ways, girl.
I
Um,
love it.
yeah, you like size queen, sun conjunction to
Mm,
Jupiter, Pluto square, size queen in all the ways. Okay, respect. Here's the but. You love the beginning where you get to be big and bold, and he's big and bold, and it's this meeting, right?
mhm.
And everything is fucking exciting and hot, as we're talking about
Yeah.
with Leo, right? Like everything's hot. And then time goes on and shit gets more real and concessions have to be made and moods happen and compromises and all the things. And then your true emotions, your moon in Libra comes online. And your moon isn't just in Libra, it's conjunct the ascendant from the 12th house. So you are incredibly sensitive. So if you're with this big, powerful guy and he's constantly shoving down his emotions because he doesn't know how to handle them, at first, your Pluto square to Jupiter and the sun is like, I know how to make him like me. I will know his emotions before he does and make it easy for him to be around me. Take care of him.
Mm-hmm.
And again, that's hot. It's powerful and you are like caring for somebody and meeting them in the middle and it's great until you've been dating them for 3.5 months. And after about 3 months, so once we hit about 3.5 months, you're like, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait. I'm just taking care of this person. He
Mm-hmm.
doesn't know me. If I don't take care of him, what happens? Like if I don't like meet him where he's at, I don't even know what happens. And then it doesn't feel like an empowered move anymore. It starts to feel like a maintenance thing. So then
Mm,
it starts to feel powerless.
mm. Yes.
And this is not exclusive to men or dating at all. But like you said, it's just like, of course, it comes up more with men and dating than with anyone else because, like, your female friends will be like, what are you doing? I'm sensitive to emotions too. Like, let's talk about it, right?
Yeah, yes.
Yes. And on top of it, you've got Mars sitting in Virgo in the 12th house. And so, were you raised with religion?
Yeah, Catholic.
Okay.
Yeah.
And in a very patriarchal like household or
Yes.
community. Yeah.
Oh
Because
yeah.
you were raised being told very clear, you get to be big as long as you're not bossy. You get to be fun as long as you know when to shut up.
Yes.
And this was just straight up fucking like misogynistic, like whether it was conscious or unconscious, it was just like patriarchal bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And because you do have such a naturally big personality, people don't know this about you. Like they don't even believe it when you tell them that this is how you are unless they really have gotten to know you.
Mm-hmm.
It's why you worded your question as, I place understanding men over self-sovereignty, when what you're really doing is being of service to men
Mm.
instead of self-sovereignty. It's like prioritizing them. So it's not really about understanding. You have a Venus Mercury conjunction in Virgo. You understand men, you understand women, you understand non-binary people. You're good at understanding. If you set your mind to trying to figure things out, you have empathy, you have intelligence, like you're great at understanding. That's
Mm-hmm.
actually not your problem. It's your own willingness to stay present with the feelings of risking them not liking you
Mm.
when you don't prioritize putting their perspective first.
Yes.
So let's unpack this in the context of your current relationship because
Mm-hmm.
it's active. How long have you been with this guy?
4 months.
Sorry.
That's what you said 3.5. I said, stop it. That's not right.
Yeah, I know. It's rude. It's rude. I'm rude.
It's
It's true.
so
It's
rude.
rude. It's true. It's true. It's true. It's true.
Mm.
So, a couple questions before I dig in.
Mm-hmm.
Are you monogamous with this person?
Yes.
And you had the conversation. That's how you know?
Yes.
Okay, great. And I have to ask, do you have safer sex with this person?
No.
How long has that been going on?
2 months?
Okay.
Maybe a little under.
Before or after the conversation about monogamy?
After.
Okay. Okay, great. And you have something in place to not get pregnant? Sweet Jesus, no.
I know it's not good.
But
It's
you're
really,
just
really bad.
thinking like Trump and like the whole like current US thing is so cool that why not play Russian roulette while we're at it? No? Is that not your thought?
That's not, yeah, I mean, I guess I am.
Mm-hmm.
And also, yeah, I think there is the part of like, I have never really used safer protection.
Interesting.
I know,
And never
which
gotten
is not,
pregnant?
no, I have.
Oh, you have. Okay, cool, 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 cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's start here. I know
Yeah.
it's not where we thought. I didn't think I was going to start here, but we're going to start here. Are you mad at birth control? Like, do you have a reason? I know you're Catholic. Like, is there like a thing that you have against birth control?
It's not the Catholic, well, maybe it's internalized Catholicism. I think for me, it was I didn't remember to take it all the time. It was oral contraceptive.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was also, I feel weird about putting like weird hormones in my body, which I
Okay.
guess I mean, whatever, you're putting another person's body in your body. So like, what's the difference?
What about an IUD? Are you mad at those?
I've never tried. I don't know that I like the idea of someone like cutting open my body and then putting a foreign object in
Just like
there.
sticking it in there. They don't
Yeah.
cut it open. They pop it in.
Oh, what
Yeah.
goes in your arms? That's what
That's,
I'm
I don't
thinking.
know. That's a different one. I'm talking about like they have copper IUDs. So
Yeah.
copper IUDs don't release hormones, and then there's like a hormonal IUD. Now listen, some people find them very uncomfortable. Some people love them. Some people swear by them. Some people hate them. But
Hmm.
I think that if we're talking about this larger conversation of, do you prioritize your own welfare or not? If you're not trying to get pregnant in Marjorie Taylor Greene's America
Yeah.
with a guy you've been dating for 4 months, then maybe you should do something to, because babies don't come from fate, right?
That's
Sperm and egg,
fair.
sperm and egg.
It's sperm and
Um,
egg.
so I do want to like kind of ground you into this because this is actually not just a place where it's like, okay, like we have like a common sensey issue we've come upon right away, but it's also like, do you feel the feelings in your body right now?
No. Like feelings how? I feel like the physiological sensations, but feeling of like, yeah, okay, there it is. I feel a little embarrassed.
Okay. Okay. Is there some anxiety in your stomach?
Yes, definitely
Okay.
anxiety in the stomach.
Okay, that's what I was picking up on because the anxiety in your stomach, it might be a little bit about embarrassment, like shit, I don't want my fucking psychic looking at me not having safer sex and having a car. Yeah, okay, fair, 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 fair. But there's something else there, which
Mm.
is, I think this is like this anxiety in your stomach is very familiar to you, eh?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And it is because you have this very specific thing that comes up where you're just like, I don't want to take care of myself. I don't know how to take care of myself. I don't know if I should take care of myself. Is this the right way? Is that the wrong way? I don't know what to do. I shouldn't do anything. I don't know what to do. Like it's this very anxiety minded thing. It's not super rational, although it's very Virgonian. So it pretends to be rational, but it's very much like, yeah, you could like go to a doctor and explore your options and make a choice,
Mm.
but it confronts you with not just the risk you take having sex without a condom, right? But
Mhm.
also how the risk is just yours
Mm.
ultimately. You know, the guy might hear me say that and be like, oh no, it's my risk too. But it's absolutely not his body.
Yeah,
It's
no,
your
for sure.
risk alone, right? In
Yeah.
this particular way. And I'm sorry for imitating the way he speaks. I know I did it
No.
perfectly. Like
I know.
I nailed it, right? That was his voice. Exactly. Okay. Okay. So all to say, I want to just like point to, hang out with, there's this thing that you do that you've done your whole adult life, and it does not reflect the love and care you have for yourself.
Mm. Mhm.
And if we're being honest and realistic about 2025 in the United States, yeah, it's not a really great risk. You know, let's take all that Leo wisdom of
Mhm.
love and courage and apply it to you and not just to me or to him.
Mhm.
And so I would encourage you, yeah, safer sex
Mhm.
and or, you know, something else. If you're not going to take a pill, you know, IUD is probably your move. And do you have like the morning after pill?
Not on me. No.
I recommend that you get like a little stockpile of it. Why not?
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Because it's not going to be around forever. I mean, you know, they're looking to
Yeah.
outlaw all this shit. So just like there are ways to get it online, whatever. Get it. Get it.
Okay.
Just like have it. May you never need it and give it to a friend. But have
Yeah.
it so that if you need it, it's on deck, right? And you're cool with taking that, like that's in
Yeah.
alignment with you. Okay, great.
Yeah,
Good, good,
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. I'm sorry we started there, but we started there.
No, I mean, just go for it,
We're
right?
doing it. We're just we're starting.
PSA for
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah.
Don't
Yes.
be like me.
Or you know, be like you in the near future where you're going to do
Yes.
the things, right?
Oh, yes. Yes,
Yes.
yes, 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 yes.
Okay. Okay.
I didn't mean for that to sound like I was not going to do the things.
You're
I
going to do
will.
the things. You're going to do the things. I mean, listen, my hope for you is that fun is the priority of sex as opposed to negative consequences that you unconsciously flirt with and keep in your life when there are really simple steps you can take to have sex have much less risk, right?
And that is tied to like not putting care into myself and the
Yep.
love into myself.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. So, you've got this Mars in the 12th house. And do you want
Mhm.
human babies? Do you wanna have babies?
I'm like not there yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a no for now, but you're very open to it being a yes later.
Yes, yes,
Mhm.
yes.
That's what it looks like it's always been.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm. Let me say this. The way that your chart is written, because it does look like you do not wanna get pregnant. It's not like, you know, some people are like, "Well, if I get pregnant, I guess it means I was meant to have a baby."
No.
You don't want that. You don't want that.
No.
And because of that, the lack of care you take to protect yourself from it, right? From this pregnancy befalling you, it's like a symptom of a lack of centering yourself because anyone who's ever fucked a man knows that they love to do it whatever way they want to do it and they don't think about the fucking consequences. Am I right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean 100%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean anyone knows. And I don't want to get an email from a man who's just like, "But I'm not that way." Okay, sure. Okay. So that said, this is one of the parts of, you know, sex and dating and having free will is prioritizing your own self-love and self-care and understanding, if we're talking about understanding men, understanding is very rare that you're going to meet a guy who's like, I really want to prioritize, you know, this issue of not getting
Yeah.
pregnant and avoiding all STDs. And so I'm going to wear a condom all the time because I feel like that's important for your health,
Yeah.
Capoosi.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's unless you meet that man and you date that man, it's your job to do that for you. And that shift that I just felt in you is like kind of like a sadness and a tiredness.
Yeah, I'm just like feeling into my friends that are constantly on me and like asking me if I'm using condoms like every day. I see them every day and they're like, "Did we use a condom?" And I'm like, "No." And they're like, "Well, thanks for being honest and
Yeah.
also danger.
Danger, Will
Don't do
Robinson.
that."
It's fascinating that your girls are just like they're on you about this already.
Oh, 100%. Yes.
Interesting. So you're putting a lot of energy and effort into not taking care of yourself and not prioritizing your own welfare.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
it appears
It
so.
appears so. Okay. So, will you say your full name out loud?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Oh, you have a lot more anxiety than I thought you did. Okay.
I know.
You do.
Isn't it
Oh.
shocking?
It's visceral. It's visceral. It's so Mars and Moon in the 12th housey of you. Okay.
Mm,
In the moment, sex feels good, being wanted feels good, making something happen feels good, and therefore you don't want to think about anything other than those things because for the rest of the time you're like, ah.
with that, yes, yes, thank
Okay,
you.
thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. It's a technical term. It's a technical term. Any doctor would use it, I'm sure.
Of course.
Yeah. So first of all, to that end, I would definitely try an IUD, not in
Mhm,
your arm. IUD. Try it. And again, it may or may not fucking work for you. But because that is something you set and forget. I think they
mhm.
last for like 7 years.
Yeah, it's
Set
weird.
and forget.
Yeah.
But there's something else. There's something else about this. Hold on. You're kind of existing in this cycle of like, I feel pain and I want to feel pleasure. I feel bad and I want to feel better.
Mhm,
And from that cycle, which is, let's be clear, a survival mode cycle,
mhm,
you have no real motivation to not prioritize the feelings and preferences of your partner. Because if you prioritize his feelings and preferences, that he chooses you and then he
mhm,
likes you, and then he's more likely to give you what you want or need.
mhm,
I mean, this is a theory and it does not play out that way, but that's the
mhm.
theory in working at life, right?
Yeah.
What's going on with this man that you're dating right now? How are things?
Mhm. Uh, Currently there's was like a pretty significant rupture. He has a child
Mm,
and didn't tell me. He told me last week.
sweet Jesus.
Yeah, so it's like
So he doesn't take care of his child?
he does. He is 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off.
Mm,
And I think what prompted the question here was I was really hurt by the holding of information and what that brought up for me. And also, like, I do understand not wanting to share all of your identities with somebody when you don't know what's happening or like where it's going, you know? And I think we were dating slowly and casually. And then we both took like he went back to where he's from and I went back to where I'm from. And through that time was like, oh, this could actually be something. And then when we came back, he told me,
mm,
and I was like, one, what the hell? And then
mm-hmm,
also, like, I do understand why somebody would do that.
mm-hmm. So he decided to stop using a condom and be monogamous with you a month and a half before he decided to tell you he co-parents a child.
Yeah,
Okay. Let's just let that little chubby truth hang out between us.
tell me truth.
I just made it up, but it felt right.
It feels good.
It feels good. It feels good.
It's
It's
not as
it's
aggressive.
no, it's
It's
not as
truth.
aggressive. Thank you. So he was willing to risk you getting pregnant, but he wasn't willing to tell you he already got someone else pregnant and he cares for that child.
Yeah.
Okay, that's bullshit. Do you have a best friend?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I know. Yeah. I
You see
feel
where I'm
you.
going?
I
Okay,
see
so
where
if that
you're
happened to
going.
her, would it be bullshit or would it be
Is
cool?
100% trash.
Trash.
Off with
You
his head.
off with his head. Okay. So that was way too quick. You understood that way too well. So you know, wow, your capacity to yield, to bend to him is, I mean, what a contrast between your willingness to hunt down and murder the guy who did that to your bestie.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Cool. 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 We're not feeling shame. We're not feeling guilt. We're just bringing in information. So try to breathe into that. Like now it's in your solar plexus and it's hard like a rock. It's just like something in you's tightening up. Try to like breathe into it and just kind of meet it. Okay. It's like you're doing it and then you're pulling back and then you're doing it and then you're pulling back. But can you feel that?
Hmm.
Okay. So we're just hanging out with truths. We're not judging those truths. We're just hanging out with truths. Because Yeah, should you tell somebody right away? And how old is this kid?
13. The cackles.
Oh my god, it's a much bigger lie somehow that it's a teenager. I'm gonna tell you why I don't like this shit, okay? I'm gonna tell you. He developed all of this intimacy with you. He promised you monogamy, which implies a lot of things, right?
Mm.
He really invested in you without giving you the option before you fell for him to say, "Oh, I can't co-parent a 13-year-old child with you, with anyone. I don't want that for my life." He didn't trick you into falling for him, but he tricked you into falling for him.
Mm.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, you
Mhm.
fell for him because you fell for him, but you fell for him based on him lying to you. This omission of the truth is a lie.
Yeah.
Other omissions of truth are not necessarily lies. This one's a lie.
Mm.
Do we agree, or are you just being agreeable?
Thank you for asking.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Um, I go back and like I just go back and forth. It feels like yes, it is a lie in the sense of like I can't really understand how you can like move through your day caring for another like a grown like a not a grown being but like like a
A
being.
13-year-old is a
It-
whole entire
that's a whole,
person.
yeah.
Yeah, that person has
um
a phone.
yes, yes,
That's what I just keep on thinking is like, that's a person with a phone.
yeah, like capable moving through doing their own thing. And I think about the moments where like his behavior was weird and I was just like whatever, he's kind of a weird guy, you know what
Yeah.
I mean, like.
Yeah. But now you're like,
And
oh, he was probably texting with his kid.
yeah, it's just and I'm like, that's a lie.
Yeah. I'm going to reframe this for you. So, your bestie, I'm going to call her Sally. Okay.
Hmm.
Let's not worry about whether or not Jimbo, which is what I'm calling your boyfriend, you're welcome. Let's focus on Sally is dating a guy for 4 months. Sally's monogamous with this guy. Sally's had all these experiences with this guy. And then Sally finds out just before the 4-month anniversary that this guy has a 13-year-old human child that he co parents 50% of the time.
Hmm.
Do you think that Sally's boyfriend has lied to Sally?
Yes.
Okay. So your problem is not that you're understanding where Jimbo is coming from. Your problem is that you're lying to yourself so you don't have to deal with what Jimbo has done and what it means to you.
Yeah.
Okay, we're just naming problems. If we accurately label the problem, then we can deal with it better.
Yeah.
Okay, you are allowed to say, Jimbo's a fucking dumbass. He should have fucking told me. I am falling for Jimbo. I'm going to give him another chance. But your problem is you're not owning that Jimbo chose to lie to you and to, it's not a single lie. It's not like he's like, I don't own a sports car, right?
Yeah.
That would be a
No.
lie. Oh, I motorcycle whenever I'm not around you and you think motorcycles are dangerous. Like that would be a serious lie. Okay. But this is a human. Plus he's constantly, I'm assuming, in relationship with his ex. For him to not give you more of a shot to assess whether or not this was something you wanted to take on, because you don't have to want to date a guy with a kid. You don't have to want to date a guy with a grown ass kid because a 13-year-old requires a lot of care and attention and is going to have very strong feelings
Yeah.
about their dad's girlfriend.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
don't have to want that for yourself. And that doesn't mean you're a bad person. And it doesn't mean anything about Jimbo. It means something about you. And any man who can lie this big can lie this big. Do you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And I feel like you've said that kind of a thing to your female friends,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is why you're lying to yourself about it now because you're like, I don't want Jimbo to be a fucking liar. And that's why you asked me the question now, even though, okay, okay. I'm going to have you think his full name at me as loud as you can, just like scream it at me. Are you in love with him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Have you used the L word?
Mm-mm.
Has he?
Mm-mm.
Okay. And you fall in love big and fast, yeah?
all the time.
Yeah, okay.
Not all the time, but like
No,
when it
no,
happens,
but
it happens.
yeah, and some people are like, "Oh, I rarely fall in love." You're not that person.
No.
No. Yeah. Your capacity for love is huge, but so is your capacity for devastation.
Hmm.
So, okay. Your biggest problem is that you're lying to yourself. Your biggest problem is that you're lying to yourself about who he is and how you feel about what he's done. If you were more honest with yourself, you would have another biggest problem. Okay. And that other biggest problem is you would have to deal with the fact that you're furious with him. And it doesn't mean you want to break up with him. And it doesn't mean that you don't love him in the ways that you do. And I would say that you love him in a way that is not based on knowing him that well, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
clearly you don't know him that well.
yeah. That's what I think feels like the most harmful for me is like I feel like I'm just meeting him.
Yeah.
And that feels like I see him and feel him so much clearer. And I also just feel like, so then what the fuck were the last few
Yeah.
months, man? Like, what were we doing? Like,
Yeah. It's a
yeah.
very bad sign. Okay. Okay. Let me just say, you're correct in being concerned. The depth and pervasiveness of his deception and omission is a very fucking bad sign.
Yeah.
It's not just a bad sign because why doesn't he love and care for his 13-year-old enough that he leads with that as part of his identity? I'm a dad. Why isn't
Mm,
that a part of how he presents himself to women that he's dating? Because women don't like dads? That's not a thing.
that's
Listen,
not a
that's
thing.
not a thing. I
I
mean,
love a dad.
okay, you love a dad.
I
Okay.
love a
All
dad.
right. Even if you personally didn't, you would not be a great representative of all women. What is wrong in there that's not part of his identity?
Yeah.
That's weird, right? That there's something off there. The amount of times he had to omit, straight up lie, or like bend truths for the last several months, that's fucking weird. Like, to what end? And now you know that your relationship is based on not the real him, because the real him is a dad for the last 13 years, which is since he was 21.
Yeah.
That's his whole life. It's his
Whole
whole
life.
adult
I
life.
know.
How could he have left all that out with all the stories he told you about the things he does? How could he have left that out? So,
Yeah.
being an empathetic person means you can identify with empathy where he was coming from and what he was thinking and what he was feeling. You can identify, okay, he says it's because I don't know you, I didn't know where things were going. You have to know that's partially a lie. Do you know that? You don't.
Well, do I know it or am I choosing not to see it? I think are
Correct.
different
Yeah.
questions.
Because if
Yeah.
Sally was in the same position, you would
Yeah.
know it. Okay.
Yeah.
We are complex, right?
Yeah.
Like whatever the fuck is in Jimbo's mind is only known by Jimbo. Okay, fine. But ultimately, you don't get a Pluto square to the sun and be casual about honesty,
No.
period, right? For
No.
you, one of the most important things with men is that he doesn't walk away from a fight and he's fucking honest.
Hmm.
And you can fight, right? You can fight. Can you
Yeah.
fight? Yeah, you can
Yeah.
fight. Right.
Yeah.
To you, somebody who's willing to stick around is so important. And Jimbo has this vibe like he's a good guy who sticks around. And had he told you from the fucking onset, I'm a 50% parent of a teenager, you would have had more evidence that he's a stick around kind of guy. But instead, you have evidence that he's able to separate out his identities and lie to you in a myriad of ways without you having a fucking clue. What a good liar Jimbo is. You are allowed to be heartbroken by that. You're allowed to be fucking pissed and sad.
Yeah.
And if you're not angry, then you've got to know that you're doing what you call understanding him too much and what I call lying to yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is possible to have both empathy and criticism at the same time. It is possible for you to say to yourself, I don't genuinely believe he's a bad guy and he had a nefarious reason for doing this. And I do genuinely believe that what he did was cruel
Yeah.
And he's proven to me that he's an excellent liar. And I had no clue. And that's a bad foundation.
Yeah.
Maybe at the end of the day, you will decide it's not an impossible foundation. You're allowed to make stupid choices, okay? You're allowed to do whatever you want. What I don't want you to do is lie to yourself about it. So if
Mhm.
you decide, listen, all signs point to this guy is not honest. This guy is prioritizing his own comfort over my needs and my ability to make choices in a relationship at the beginning of the relationship.
Yeah.
And you want to give him another chance. Be honest with yourself that you're doing that, that's what's happening and that's what you're choosing. You don't need to feel shamed if you do that. Because if you lie to yourself, then you're disempowered. Then you take the magic of the Sun Jupiter conjunction, and that is a fucking magic aspect, right? You manifest connections with people. Like you have love for yourself and with people. But then what you're doing with that magic is you're balling it up in your fist and you're making it as small as possible for yourself when it can be big. And so, a great way to practice not being small is being honest with yourself about what you're experiencing and what you're feeling.
Mhm.
And then you can keep on making stupid choices if you want to make stupid choices, or smart choices if you want to make smart, whatever that is. But if you lie to yourself about what's happening, then you're disempowered, then you're small from the get. Does he think it's a big deal?
I don't know that he thinks it's a big deal. I don't know what he thinks about it. I know that he's communicating that he like it's fucked up and that he shouldn't have done that and like he wishes he didn't. Yeah.
Has he
But like
apologized?
well, I was thinking about it the other day because he says like I apologize, which to me feels different than I'm sorry.
I apologize is like, I'm ticking the box. I'm
Yeah.
saying I apologize. He's not like, hey, Capoosi, I did something that was really hurtful and I really actually care about you and I realize I shouldn't have done that. He has not done anything like that, eh?
No.
Okay. Here's my rule for relationships. I got a lot of rules. This is one of them. If you and I are in a relationship and we don't agree on what the problem is, we will never agree on a solution, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't believe that it's that big a deal. Yeah, it was fucked up. I apologize. Which means he doesn't think it's that big a deal that he lied to you so extensively.
Do you think if I was honest with myself about what a big deal it actually is and then communicated that to him, he would think it's a bigger deal?
Do you? I mean, I'll answer that question, but genuinely, do you think he'll think it's a bigger deal?
I don't know.
Do you think you're the first woman in 13 years he's done this to?
Yes, because that's what he said.
He said that every other woman he's dated in the last 13 years, he has told them that he has a child, but you are the first and only woman he's
He
so
said
efficiently lied to.
he has said, well, when you say it like that,
Sorry.
he said he said that it's out of character for him.
Okay, wait. Jimbo said, this is out of character for me. And from that, you extrapolated every other woman he's dated in the last 13 years, he told he had a child to.
I think there's like a middle ground between those, I think. I don't know if I had like decided every other woman. I also was just like,
Okay, I'm going to interrupt you. You're not
yeah,
supposed to decide his truth. You're supposed to ask him. And
fair.
then he tells you. You shouldn't even have to fucking ask him. Because here's the thing. In my experience, when people, let's say, have sex without a condom, they don't just do it with one person, it's a
Oh,
pattern,
right.
right?
For sure. For sure.
Similarly, when people, oh, I don't know, lie about their whole life and identity and ignore the fact that they have a child that they care for, they don't just do it flippantly and once. And if they do it flippantly and once, they exhibit a lot more guilt and accountability, maybe shame, emotionality. But he seems like he's kind of a pro in how he's like acknowledging it, but not wanting to lament it. Let's just keep on going. It's not that big a deal. I mean, it was wrong, but like, let's keep going. That seems
Mm-hmm.
a little practiced, a little pro. No,
Hmm. I didn't think about it like that, but Yeah, I think I initiated like space taking,
Mhm.
which didn't last long. It's not my forte.
It's not
Space,
your
it's
forte.
not good.
No.
I don't really understand. It feels good, and I'm like, yeah, all right, or whatever.
Mhm.
And then yeah, it kind of just felt like things were just moving
I
at
have a
a regular
question.
pace. Yeah.
Have you ever dated a cheater?
Yes.
Mhm. Is dating cheaters kind of a pattern?
Yes.
Mhm. Is this a form of cheating?
It's a form of dishonesty.
Mhm.
I don't
To
know that
to
yeah.
me, there's, like, different layers of cheating, right? There's the part where it's like you put your body parts in or near places that we had an agreement they wouldn't go, okay?
Yeah.
There's the sexual part and the threat
Mhm.
to your sexual safety.
Right.
The other part of cheating, and the part that really fucking gets me, is the lying.
Yeah.
It's you and another person know something that you're actively lying to the person that you've promised to be honest with. That to me is the thing about cheating. Cheating is not just about a physical or sexual act, it's about having intimacy with other people that you lie to your partner about.
Yeah.
That's the fucking rub, right? Like sometimes people do shit, they get loaded or like mistakes happen and it's a one off and they tell you right away. And that feels really different than somebody who's just like having like an intense flirtation with someone over time and they can like talk about you. Like, I don't know what sounds worse to you, but I know what sounds worse to me. All to
Mhm.
say, we remove the sexual component, but the other part is part of the pattern
Mhm.
of him not being a safe person because he was able to have intimacies with other people and completely keep you out of that loop and lie to you about it. It does not bode well. This lying, right? You know
Yeah.
this, right? It does not bode
Yeah.
well. Who Jimbo seemed like he was great. Not without problems or red flags if we're being honest.
For sure.
Okay.
For sure.
But it was great. It was fun.
Mhm.
This man is assuring you that he can lie to you without you knowing about it and then not express too much remorse once it comes out. Now you know this about him. There's a lot of
Yeah.
things you don't know. This you know. We can call
Yeah.
this factual. This is kind of your worst nightmare.
Yes.
Mhm. And the fact that you're kind of in your worst nightmare and you're like, yeah, but I get where he's coming from and I'm not even sure if it's that bad is really important for you to hear. Your desire for love and connection is so deep. But if it costs you love and connection with yourself, it will never work.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. And this guy, he is not prioritizing your well being. And I don't like it. And
Yeah.
I'm guessing your girls, do your friends know about this?
Mhm.
Okay. Are they thumbs up, thumbs down?
The one is like, this is absolute garbage. And
Okay.
then the others are kind of like holding the nuance, but I've told them like, I want your like unfiltered
Mhm.
opinion. And we haven't had those discussions
Yeah.
yet
Yeah.
because I'm still like processing in my
It's
own.
also hard to tell your friend who you know is going to go back to the guy, don't go back to the guy. Because then your friend doesn't want to talk to you. Right? Like that's real. We've all been there, right?
Yeah.
Listen, you can keep on dating him. You can keep on fucking him. You can do whatever you want. You actually have the right to do anything you want to do. And there's nothing wrong with wanting him. But you are in a really intense time in your life. And what you want more than anything is true companionship.
Mhm.
And you can't cultivate that with somebody who's the foundation of your relationship is predicated on a meaningful lie. And honestly, that's like not even like digging into the fact that like let's say you're together in 6 months or like whatever Christmas comes and you're still together. Then what? Are you the kind of co-parenting vibes with this man over a 13-year-old?
I don't know that I've actually sat with it in a body-based way. I
Mhm.
think I've cognitively like thought about it and been like, I mean, I could do it, like, but I
Every child's dream.
right,
Yeah, yeah,
right. And I think for me that feels so far out
yeah.
to me, like the comfortability of like where I would need to be with him in order for that to even be a thought.
Yeah. Let's pull him out of the conversation for a minute.
Yeah.
Jimbo aside, do you like hanging out with 13-year-olds?
Sometimes, like I do, like right now in my internship, I hang out with 13-year-olds quite a bit, and I'm
Great.
like, it's great. Love it.
Fun. Okay, great. And do you have any interest in any co-parenting dynamic or stepmothering dynamic? Like, is that something you're open to or down for?
I could be, yeah. I don't know that like I had imagined it. It's not something that I was looking for, but I also, because I was using the dating apps when I
Sure.
connected, and I never was like, oh, like I will not go out with somebody that has a child. Like that was
Right.
never a thought process.
So it's not something you yearn for or you want, but it's also not like a hard no.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
It's something you're open to based on the situation.
yeah,
So with the right guy, he's honest, he's communicative, everything's good, it could work.
yeah.
You saw the trap, a little bit of a trap in
I
there, right?
did.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Cool.
of
Cool. Cool.
course
Cool.
I
Cool. Cool. Cool.
saw it.
Yeah. It was not a subtle one, but we're just
I know,
making
not
sure
at
we
all.
want everyone to hear it. Okay. Is it?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. 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 Okay. Okay. So you're open to it because this is really important, right? Because part
Right.
of what kind of burns my hide about what this man has done here is if you didn't want that, or if you were more ambiguous, and it sounds like you're like 50 open, 50 not, like you're like right in the
Mhm.
middle. So that's good. But he didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to slow myself down here. Say your full name out loud again.
Yeah.
Okay. Pluto is currently conjoined your Saturn. It's a once in a lifetime event. Doesn't happen to everyone. Very big fucking deal. And it is painful. It is a time in your life where your internal structure as a human being is just being like pounded on by Pluto. It's like the assumptions that you have about yourself, the way you've organized your sense of safety and your sense of self is transforming. And part of why you're in this relationship at this moment is because either you will choose the path that was prescribed for you by your family of origin, and you know what that path is. It's you being small as hell. It's you being the responsive one, you being the traditional female in this particular way. Or you say, no, I want a relationship. I want a relationship where we role play girl boy in that traditional way, but everyone is fucking clear that I'm a whole ass person and he's a whole ass person, and we are honest with each other and we take care of each other. I don't take care of him. We take care of each other. I know that is what you want.
Yeah.
And I also see very clearly that you're so scared that you won't get that you keep on choosing what you don't want.
And like telling myself that this is better than what the last one was.
Yeah. And you know what? It probably is.
Yeah.
But better than shitty is not good enough.
Right.
Listen, I can promise you nothing.
Right.
I know nothing. But you have the chart of a person who could be very successfully married. Like very successfully. And my definition of success is you're happy, you're fucking, you're like respectful of each other, like all the things, right?
Yeah.
Happy. But you could just as easily recreate a family relationship. I won't name names that
Hmm.
you don't want.
Thank you.
You're
Yeah.
welcome. You're welcome. Yeah. And you keep on choosing. Have you heard my deal or no deal metaphor?
Yeah.
You keep
Yeah.
on choosing the shitty deal
I
because you're
know.
scared that it's the best you'll get.
Yeah.
There is no time that you will have feelings for a man and be like cavalier about getting rid of him. That's not who you are. You're not cavalier of cutting people out of your life. This man, you have great sex. Yeah. Sorry.
Hmm. I
Sorry.
know.
It's like emotional sex. It's not just good. It's not just the mechanics. It's like ticks most of your boxes. Not all of them.
Yeah.
Not all of them. Most of them. But I want to say this. You are in a place in your life, and I think you were really clear about this when you asked your question, where you choose him or you choose you. And I don't think that's what your life will always be. I think that's what it's been because you're choosing guys that put you in that position.
Yeah.
You aren't going to get a whole lot better evidence of his ability to lie to you successfully than what you got already.
Yeah.
The only other thing he could do is cheat.
Yeah.
So listen, you can stay with him. Can you trust him and stay with him? I don't know how. Unless you have like magic abilities to trust somebody who lies to you effectively. Sorry, but you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I genuinely don't know how you could trust this man.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean you don't wanna fuck him, and it doesn't mean that you don't have love for him, and it doesn't mean that you don't like him. It just means that he has proven to you that you could not possibly have a romantic relationship with him without abandoning yourself at the foreground, like at the very beginning. And you are going through an exceptionally painful period that is testing your willingness to choose yourself. I'm
And
sorry.
it's like everywhere. That's just like everywhere.
Everywhere in your life, you
That,
mean?
yeah.
Mm,
Because it doesn't just like, not to, and I don't want this to sound like I want to pivot and maybe I do want to take a little heat off this, but
yeah.
like it does feel like that and other decisions I have to make in terms
Yes.
of like career and like
Yes.
path forward and like,
100%. It's who you choose to be in the adult world.
yeah,
That's what it is. And so this has to do with your relationship to your parents.
yeah,
It has to do with the role you play in your family. It has to do with your career and how you show up with coworkers and stuff like that, like the connections you're making and how you're making them.
hmm,
It has to do even within your friendships. But you're friends with women primarily, eh?
yeah,
So it's not that hard for you because you have great
mm-mm.
relationships with women. Like that just like it
It's the
flows for
best.
you. Yeah, yeah, for
Yeah.
you that's not your primary, it's like your easy place, especially compared to all these other things. Sometimes I give readings and I'm like, "This is about your love life. This is about your
Hmm.
sex life." It is not about those things. This is about you.
Yeah.
And you are at your most raw and emotional with men. So it's like what we're talking about now. Also, this man is a fucking fool. And he did such a stupid thing and such a hurtful thing that it makes sense that you wrote me an email about this, right? As
Yeah.
opposed to like all the other things we could be talking about in your
Yeah.
life right now. Here's a rule of thumb for you.
Hmm.
If a person steps on your toe
Hmm.
and you say, ow, that fucking hurts, and they say, oops, I apologize, any version of that, just assume they'll do it again.
Yeah.
Or maybe they weren't trying to step on your toe, but they don't really care that it hurt your toe. If somebody says, oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. I apologize. I am sorry. No, that's a different thing. You know the
Yeah.
difference. You are very
Yeah.
good at apologizing. You know when you're pretending to apologize and you know when you're really apologizing. You know the difference, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
And
like his apology.
I don't like it either, to be
Yep.
honest. And I think that's why I was even questioning the semantics of like the I apologize versus I'm sorry and just like the disembodiment I felt
Yes.
like receiving it. I was like,
Yeah.
this doesn't feel like you understand or care
Yeah.
about how terrible this is for me.
He
And I'm just like, it's all right. Let's go get cheeseburgers. Like, why are we
That's
doing that?
terrible. That's
It
terrible. That is
is
so awful.
terrible.
That's
I
awful.
know.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, here's the thing. Every single thing a person does is revealing themselves to you. Everything you do is you revealing yourself to them. So when you say, it's okay, babe, let's get a cheeseburger, you're telling him, you want to walk on me again? That's cool. I don't
Yeah.
mind. And when he says, sorry, babe, that was shitty, shouldn't have done it, he's saying, I don't think lying to you is that big a deal. So you're a
Mhm.
perfect match. You're willing to be walked all over. He's willing to walk all over you. And the only way we can have our lives be different is when we change first.
Yeah.
Waiting to meet the man who's never thought of lying or cheating, it's not what you're attracted to right now.
Yeah.
You're actually attracted to guys who lie a lot and cheat and stuff.
No.
I'm so
No.
sorry.
So
But
annoying.
there's a way to change it, actually. And it's for you to be different.
Hmm.
And you can't be different about who you're attracted to because you don't actually know before you get to know them, right? The way to be different is to choose yourself in situations similar to this one, where you have all the evidence you need. And that doesn't mean you couldn't get more evidence. It doesn't mean that more evidence wouldn't be admissible in the court of your heart.
Yeah.
But it does mean you don't like being fucking lied to. He doesn't think it's a big deal that he lied to you. That could actually just be it. That could actually just be it. And the fact that losing him will be a huge loss for you and that you will fall into a bit of a fucking slump, that is very real, but it's not reason to not go through the loss because you're already in this shit with him. So if you stay for another month, if you stay for 6 more months, if you stay for another day, you're still going to have to go through the loss. And I do see that when you go through loss, it's really deep. It's
It's
really intense and it's
so
really deep.
hard.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
awful. It's awful. Part of why it has historically been so bad for you is because you're not just mourning the guy, you're mourning how you abandoned yourself
Hmm.
and who you chose to be. So the first few times you are not mourning abandoning yourself and you're not mourning who you chose to be. You will be mourning, oh my God, was I a bitch? Oh my God, did I jump too quick? Oh my God, did I make a mistake? The first few times. And then you'll change. And the only way to it is through it. There's
Yeah.
literally no way to it without going through it. And this guy is a gift from fucking heaven. His behavior is so wildly indefensible. Like, I don't know, like, you were once 13, right?
Hmm.
Would you want your parent to be able to lie about your fucking existence for 4 months?
No,
It's
that's
just
like, yeah.
terrible. It's terrible. And he doesn't think it's that big a deal. And that's just a difference in values. We don't have to do what your friends are going to want to do, which is like, fuck him. I can't believe he did that shit, which I also, to be honest, want to do
I
on your
know.
behalf. But what we can do is actually the healthy thing, which is to say that reveals such a big difference in values. And I don't have to say he's wrong and I'm right, but I can say that's wrong for me. That
Yeah.
doesn't work for me. And I might understand that from his perspective, it wasn't a big deal, but from my perspective, it is a big deal. And my perspective is the only one I can live by. If you break this pattern, right,
Hmm.
of centering other people's preferences and needs over your own, what you'll do is go through this incredible kind of depressive loneliness because you'll be breaking through a pattern that women in your family have not yet broken through. And when we do that, it's like fucking walking off a cliff into fog. It's just, there are no reassurances, there's no certainties. And it's scary and it's lonely. It's like a unique kind of like spiritual or existential scary and lonely. But on the other side of it is just more healthy you. And for you, you're really good at manifesting relationships. Like, not having options is not your problem.
Yeah.
And so when you shift what you're in alignment with, you'll just attract better quality men. And they'll still be fun and have big personalities and be obnoxious in all the ways you enjoy, but not in the ways that make you feel less than or small. And I mean, I can't promise you that, but I feel pretty confident about it.
Yeah.
We talked about a lot of fucking heavy things. I still think you should make a doctor's appointment and
Yeah.
consider, okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool,
Yeah.
cool, cool,
Yeah.
cool.
Thank
Even if
you.
he's out of the picture,
Yeah.
this is not about him, it's about you.
No.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna just pause myself and give you a minute to fucking breathe
Yeah.
and see if you have any other question or any, like, you know what I mean.
Actually, what I actually have a question is this feeling in my stomach.
Mhm.
What is that? Because I don't actually know, but I know when I
Mm.
feel it, and I don't know if it means burn everything to the ground and run. I don't know if it means like I'm just like I don't know.
And it's that feeling that I was talking about earlier too, right?
Yeah, it's like everywhere now. It's
Yeah.
kind of like it's in my throat
Yeah.
now. Like I don't
Okay,
know.
so I got it. Throat, it's throat a little bit in your chest, and it's in your
Yeah,
stolar, like kind of upper stomach, right? Right
yeah,
now?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
It's definitely not burn everything to the ground. Okay.
yeah.
And it's definitely not business as usual. It's a fear of taking responsibility for yourself. You don't want to be a bitch. You have such a big fear of being perceived as a bitch, which is bananas because you love bitches.
They're the best.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't want to point fingers at
I know you're
myself,
my
but
favorite.
thank you. That's very
So
nice.
sure. And so like this is absolute ass. And I'm my favorite version of myself when like that's the energy I'm moving with.
Yes, yes. Okay, so let's reframe it because you're a double Libra with Mars in the 12th house. You don't want to be a bitch. So that feeling in your body is, I am scared of doing something that someone else won't like because that means I'm bad.
Yeah.
Okay. That's these feelings are your like 7 6 7 year old self right at the beginning
Mhm.
of like right before you went into first grade. Isn't that the age, right?
Yeah.
Like you figured out, oh shit, I'm a girl and I have to act in these ways and I can't act in those ways. And you were a big personality. You were the biggest personality in the class. And you
Mhm.
quickly learned that that wasn't okay and that a boy would smack you down. And there were ways to work around it. You figured out those ways very nicely.
Mhm.
Okay, so this part of you is really young, which is why you think this part of you is saying burn it to the ground. Because what does 7-year-old you do? Run away.
Yeah.
What the fear really is what am I supposed to do? And I'm scared of doing something, and I'm scared of doing the wrong thing, and I'm scared of being mean.
Yeah.
What I want to have you do with your Mercury in Virgo is to be able to start writing out, like you write as a way
Yeah.
to process, right?
Yeah.
Writing out what are kind and firm ways of saying things. So you don't have to write them out with the intention of saying them.
Mhm.
Because if you have the intention of saying them, then you're going to cut the edges off too much, right? So
Mhm.
instead, channel me, channel your favorite bitches, say it that way, but with empathy and kindness. So not niceness, not niceness. Niceness is, that's okay, let's go have a burger. Kindness is, I really get where you were coming from. I get you weren't trying to harm me, but you've harmed me. I cannot look at your face right now. I have to go. Will you
Mhm.
buy me a burger? Send it to my house via an app. That
Mhm.
could be a kindness, but also maybe the burger at the end was wrong. Okay.
Mhm.
But you see where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want to encourage you to find ways of being direct and at the same time acknowledging their perspective. You are allowed to say to someone, I care about you so much, and what you're saying makes me feel terrible. And I don't know how to interact with you in this moment because I don't know what I'm thinking or feeling. You're allowed to say to someone, I really want your opinion. And I also really don't want you to tell me anything mean right now. So will you tell me your opinion later and will you gas me up right now?
Mhm.
You get
Mhm.
to do whatever you need and they get to say no or
Mhm.
yes. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And that feeling that you have in your belly is, I don't know how to handle this. I don't know what to do,
Okay.
but I know I need to do something.
Yeah.
And so the young part of you is either defer to that person or run away or burn it to the ground, right?
Mhm.
But what does adult you know? Adult you has so many skills. Adult you knows so many different possibilities. So when it comes to why you're having this feeling right now, it's because we're going to get off this call. And what are you going to do? You have to fucking deal with this guy?
Yeah.
You're going to have to make a decision? It's terrible.
I don't
And
want to. Yeah.
of course you don't want to. So let's start with today. Today, you don't have to do anything. Today is Friday. Do you have plans tonight?
Yeah, I have work.
Okay, but you're not going to see him.
No,
Okay, great. Do you see him all weekend?
I'll see him tomorrow.
Okay. Here's my advice. Reschedule it.
Mm.
Can you see him in the middle of next week?
Yeah, we can. I
After the
mean,
eclipse?
yeah.
Okay, cool. Hey, I got this reading. I just need to metabolize it. And I'm going to just like take a few days off. I don't want to text or anything.
Yeah.
And then you don't fucking text him. So you might need to block him.
Oh God.
Yeah.
A
Mhm.
couple days?
Yeah. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Boundaries. The only way to sit in your feelings is to sit in your feelings. And what does he do with your feelings? He distracts you, makes you feel better, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to encourage you instead to feel your fucking feelings. And listen, if you could sit with your feelings, call in your friends, take baths, do your little, like, very subtle woo self care. If you could practice noticing how you feel and not doing anything about it, just sitting with that fucking terrible feeling in your stomach and in your throat chakra and in your chest. Sit with those feelings. Be sad, cry. A man you really care about lied to you. He fucked this up.
Yeah.
And also, this is your fucking pattern. Why do you keep on picking these fucking guys?
Yeah.
Grieve those two things. And then, after you've actually felt your feelings and not run to him to make you feel better, you can have a conversation. I would say if you can wait till Wednesday, that's ideal. If you can't wait till Wednesday, don't wait till Wednesday. But if
Mm-hmm.
you can, and then have a conversation with him. And honestly, all that I think needs to be said, but you need to sit with this over the course of days and make a decision, is you lied to me in a way that makes it impossible for me to trust you. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I don't know what you do. What else can be said? I mean, you could say a lot of things. I see you, girl. You could just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and say nothing
Mm-hmm.
and go get a burger, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the truth of the matter is, he made it impossible for you to trust him.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? You can decide to give him another chance.
Yeah.
But the truth is, I don't believe you can give him another chance. I don't think you're wired that way.
I think if I'm standing in like my truth and my like power, no.
Correct. Yeah. No, you can go through the motions of giving anyone 50 chances. You're really good at self abandonment and self betrayal. Pat yourself on the back.
I know.
But yeah, but if you are taking this once in a lifetime Pluto transit and you're really trying to make the best of it, because this is the thing, this transit is going to hurt no matter what you do.
Mm,
So why not have the hurt of healing instead of the hurt of being broken
yeah.
over and over in the same fucking way over and over?
Yeah.
This guy lied to you. You need no other information. Doesn't make him a bad guy. I know lots of guys that are a lot worse than him. It's not that he's the worst guy in the world. It's that he did something that is just like one of your very intense requisites for dating someone is that you can trust him.
Yeah.
How are you
Yeah.
gonna trust somebody who's so good at lying? He's so good at it. And that's the problem,
And you're
you know?
saying that from like energetic or like just the both?
You have such a good bullshit detector and you had no idea.
I knew something was weird.
Yes. But you had no idea he was had a second secret life.
It was something I joked about of like, are you married or do you have like body parts hidden in your establishment? Like, what is going on?
Okay.
And he said no. And I was,
Technically correct.
yeah,
So now
yeah.
we know you have to ask him, are you having intercourse with that
I
person and not
know.
are you hooking up with that person
I
or what
know
this problem. So he's
the
put the whole
loopholes.
fucking onus on you.
Yeah, the loopholes. You're right.
Fuck loopholes. You know how you
Yeah.
are about that. Now you're going to
Yeah.
be paranoid and second guessing. You don't have to wait for him to cheat on you to say, I have the right to leave.
Yeah.
You don't have to wait until you hate him until you leave.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
again, you don't have to take any of my advice, but I
Right.
want you more than anything to just stop lying to yourself about what's happening. And when you have a hard time assessing, when you catch yourself like, quote unquote, understanding the guy, focus on Sally, your bestie, and be like, if the identical situation were happening to her, would I have the same thoughts and feelings? That will clarify things for you fucking quick, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Very quick. That's the work for you, is to find ways of figuring out how to be more honest with yourself about what's real. And from that place, you can make choices. And you know what? Maybe you make the same shitty choices, whatever. You know what I mean? You date the guy that you know better. At least you're not lying to yourself. So then after it's over, when you're mourning the loss of the guy, you're not also mourning that you lied to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I can promise you it is much easier to get over a guy than get over self-abandonment.
Yeah.
It just is.
Yeah.
So that's the homework. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, I know we came to the answer that you did not want to get here, and I'm really
Yeah.
sorry. I'm
I
really
know.
sorry. You smoke weed?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot?
Yes.
Routinely. Like it's just
Yes.
routine. Okay.
Yeah. Well, and then I'll be like, forget it. I'm never doing this again. I throw everything out and then I buy it all back
Yeah.
in 3 months. Not
Okay.
even.
Okay. Okay. In general, as an emotional coping mechanism, is that the best idea? No, it's not the fucking best idea. That said, smoke all the weed you need to smoke if you're taking time off of him from now until Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this came up for me because I want to acknowledge, okay, you have this coping mechanism. Is it great? It's not great. And also, is it the best you can do today? Fuck yeah. And is that good enough? Fuck yeah. I didn't want you to leave this reading and be like, oh, I kind of kept the secret that I do this thing and maybe it's right and maybe it's wrong, because you have like weird feelings about smoking weed the way you do. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
not fucking ideal. Who cares? That's okay. I want to just say, if you were looking for permission, granted. Like, it's all good. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because right now, you cannot change everything all at once.
Mm,
It's just too much. It's too much. And if it helps you, even if it helps you in like kind of ways where you're like, it's not really helping me, I'm just checking out, fine. Just take on one giant at a time. And this is a fucking huge giant for you. So give yourself permission to like do what you do. You know what I mean?
yeah. It
Yeah.
helps me like feel and like release.
Yeah.
And I question if that's like not really releasing, but like if it helps the
Sometimes it
emotions
is and
flow.
sometimes it isn't. Like that's
Yeah.
the problem. It's the habit, right? So it's like the way that you use it is addicty because it's like you have to use it.
Yeah.
And that part's not serving you. And then does it at times actually super help you? Yes, they're both true.
Yeah.
And I think part of what you're going through now is like actually learning about and alsos.
Mhm.
You know, weed helps you sometime. And also, you're kind of addicted to it.
Yeah.
This guy is actually a lovely guy in many ways. And also, motherfucker lied to you. You know, it's okay to have them both be true and for you to have mixed feelings and mixed needs in response to messy realities. And I think that part of how you mourn loss is alone. And so
Yeah.
while your instinct is to like call your girls and like connect with other people, you actually need time alone for this.
Yeah.
I will also say, if you say to this man or any man at any time, I need to take a break so I can really sit in my feelings. This is hard for me. Please don't text me. And then he fucking texts you. Then you have really important information. That information is he doesn't respect your boundaries. Now,
Mhm.
let's be honest, you don't respect your
I
boundaries.
know.
So it's like you can't really run that test with him right now because we don't trust you to respect your own boundaries.
Yeah, yeah,
So if
yeah.
you say to him, hey, I'm taking this break, you then have to block him. You know how to block someone?
Yes.
You know how to unblock them.
Yes.
Okay, block him. Make every effort to not unblock him until Tuesday night
Okay.
or Wednesday morning. And every time you really, really want to text him, just text your fucking best friend an like emergency emoji or something. Like,
Mhm.
and like have her text you whatever you find the most distracting.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Smoke your weed, whatever.
Yeah.
Do your thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because this is like an exceptionally hard thing for you to do, which is identify a need, have a boundary, hold a boundary.
Yeah.
It's like a miracle if you could
Yeah.
do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's call in the miracles. Let's call in the
Yeah.
miracles.
Okay.
This seems like the hardest thing you'll ever do, and in a way it is, and it's also bringing you towards greater ease.
I just want
Yeah,
that
yeah,
in these because I want to build a life with somebody.
yeah. This is so important, and I'm really glad we came to this because I am of the mind that the way that you can build a life with somebody is that you start practicing saying no to the guys who just can't be it. He could have been it if only he was a completely different person.
Yeah.
And this is kind of like your dating history. He would have been great if only he were a completely different version of himself.
I felt for the first time like I was accepting of who he is and like didn't try to change. And then he's like, by the way, and I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. And this is like part of my deal or no deal metaphor that I'm always saying is that the universe is like, you want to make a new deal? Great. Here's a different version of this same shitty deal. This is how we change. And so, whenever you see a pattern coming up in your life in all these different corners, know that means you're changing it. Now, the problem is when we have the same bullshit coming up in lots of different corners, we often collapse and stop trying.
Yeah.
But that's when you want to really commit
Yeah.
because that's how you know you're changing. And you're not just changing like a pattern with men, you're not just changing how you show up at work, you're changing how you do or don't align with yourself, which
Yeah.
is like some of the deepest things you could ever do.
Hmm.
So if it's exceptionally hard, that's because it's exceptionally hard and not because
Hmm.
you're weak.
Okay.
It is hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry. And also, again, he couldn't have made it easier for you by doing something stupider, which is like a gift from the universe. It's almost like the universe, God, whatever it is you believe in, was
Yeah.
like, let's make this almost comically obvious. What are you going to do? You know? And I know, I'm sorry, I know it maybe doesn't
No,
sound comical to you,
no,
but
it
yeah,
is though. It is. It's like, and like, how are you, me, like, how are we still like
yeah.
making a path where this isn't a problem?
Whenever it's this obvious, it's like the universe is helping you see, like, oh shit, this is really my stuff. I cannot actually excuse this behavior, even as I'm actively excusing his behavior. That's how you know it's yours.
Yeah.
That's how you know it's yours. And there's a gift in that. Be mad at him whenever you're ready. Please be ready sooner or later, but you don't have to
Yeah.
be mad at him now. For now, it's a gift. We don't have to thank him personally. We can thank his soul for helping you learn this lesson
Mhm.
that is so hard for you to learn. Because again, what else could he have done that was so obvious other than cheat?
Yeah.
And even cheating, it's like because it's your pattern, you could blame it on yourself in some fucked up way. This
Yeah.
is just fucking bananas.
Yeah.
So out of left field. So I'm really sorry.
I
I'm really
know.
sorry. Do you have a
Thank you.
bathtub?
I do.
Can you
Yeah.
bubble bath? Like, can you like commit to being in baths?
Yeah. Yes. Today, well, yes, I can. Doesn't matter.
Maybe
Nuance.
not tonight, but
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
between now and Wednesday, you can
Yeah.
like stop off by a million different like bathy things and like just like live in water. It'll
Hmm.
help. It's not going to fix anything, but it'll help.
Right. Soothe a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah. Soothe
Yeah.
a little bit. Exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I really wish you luck and I hope everything goes okay as it
Thank
can.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
It is totally my pleasure. And I hope you take really good care of yourself.
Hmm. I
Yeah.
for sure will.
Okay, good.
Every year they say the